Alright, this lesson is part 2 of momentum. Last time we mentioned that momentum is an important property to look at when you have collisions and explosions. And we use the law of conservation of momentum to simplify how we solve problems. So in our last example, we had two trolleys, M1 and M2. M1 traveling at 5 meters per second, M2 traveling at 2 meters per second. Eventually, M1 would collide in M2, and so after collision, we're going to consider that both of them stick together. So they are going to move with a common velocity called Vc. Alright, so if we look at the total momentum before collision, which is simply momentum of body 1 plus momentum of body 2, equation m1 u1 plus m2 u2, and then we plug in our values. Total momentum before the collision is equal to 60 kilogram meters per second. Alright, so we can use the law of conservation of momentum to find the common velocity. Vc, that's the velocity that the two trolleys will move with. So based on the law of conservation of momentum, we can write that the total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision, and then our equation becomes m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 all in brackets times Vc. We had calculated the total momentum before to be 60 kilogram meters per second. So then m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to 60, and therefore whatever Vc is, when we multiply that by the sum of m1 and m2, we should get back 60. So we have our equation becoming, when we plug in the values, transposing for Vc, we have Vc is equal to 60 kilogram meters per second divided by 15 kilograms. Alright, so our answer now is 4 meters per second. Therefore, the two trolleys would move in off after the collision. Vc equals 4 meters per second. So we see that 10 kilograms plus 5 kilograms would be added. The trolleys are moving off as 1, so that's 15 kilograms multiplied by 4, we get 60. That's after the collision. And before the collision, also 60. So just looking back, we have before collision, that's the case here. And then after collision, we have that